Thursday. I'm just jumping live, as I said before in the group, to go over the steps on how to create a signature system. So give me a couple of seconds. Let me get this right so I can see if anyone's commenting. Let me, hi Terry, thanks for watching. Let me get this right. I'm gonna put that here so I see the comments. Please give me some love below and type where you're watching from. If you're watching the replay, make sure that you type replay. And I'm gonna share my screen if the iPad and all this technology doesn't give me many problems. So, hi Terry, thanks for watching. Hey guys, let me know what you're watching. Smash the love button. This is a training that I did for my clients a while ago, and it is about how to build your own signature system, okay? Coaching or consulting or running a business online, it's not only about generating clients, even though everyone's selling you into the idea that you need to sell, but if you don't know how to get results to your clients, you're gonna sell not many of your programs. So let me see if I can share my screen. We got Sylvia. Sylvia's watching. Thanks for watching, Sylvia. She is in Norway. Did you get that right? Let me click on share. Again, guys, this is something that I've shared with my clients a while ago. So pay attention, take some notes. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna leave this training here. So let me know below if you have any questions. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you have any questions, I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna do it live. So if you're watching and you want me to use your model as an example, I'll be happy to do that. Hi, Torin, thanks for watching. Okay, why do you need a signature system? Well, as I said before, the first thing from a marketing perspective, you want to have something different. You want to sell something different, something that's unique and no one else is actually selling, right? So if I tell you I'm going to help you enroll more clients, that's cool. But if I tell you I'm going to help you enroll more clients using my 7 figures organic method, then you're like, okay, so what's that? The only fact of you having your own IP, your own intellectual property, and having created a method, it means to people's perceptions, it comes across as something valuable and it makes you stand out from the crowd. But from a delivery and sustainable business point of view, you want to deliver your client results. And the first thing to deliver results to your clients is to get them to believe that what you do is worth your value and whatever you're charging them for. So look, it is absolutely necessary. Well, nothing is. There is not a silver bullet that's going to change your life or the trajectory of your business. But this is going to help. So first thing, in terms of marketing, you want something that's different, something that your clients are proud of joining, okay? So they're going to go through this unique process that you have. Now, the valuable unknown. I call the valuable unknown because we tend to value the things that we don't know more than the things that are obvious, right? So if it's worth a name, it must be valuable and effective, okay? If someone spent the time building a process, giving it a name and creating a unique strategy, it must be because it actually works. Type in the comments if that makes sense, guys, and if you have any question, okay? And let me know where you're watching from. Now, perceived value, okay? Yeah, everyone's online is saying that they can do this, they can do that, and they have nothing. You look at the profiles, they say they're gonna help you make money, and they look like they have no place. They look like homeless. So by having another piece of the puzzle, by having a little bit of IP and something that's unique, people are gonna perceive a higher value. I don't see many hats coming up. Come on, guys, you can do better than that. If you're watching, type, let me know where you're watching it from, and smash this heart button. I'm doing that freely. It's my own time. And look, guys, this is something that some people pay a lot of money for. So let me feel that love. Anyway, easy to understand. Okay, now it's the time to create something that it's easy to understand. And someone told me, oh, you know, I've developed a 28 steps method to do. At this point, I was not even listening. 28 steps? You really? I don't remember what I had for lunch, and it's fucking 4:30 p.m. How am I gonna remember a 28 steps method? No fucking way. Sorry for my English. Hi, Carrie from Angie from Canada. Awesome to see you here. Yeah, I swear a lot. So easy to understand. Okay, guys, don't overcomplicate when it comes to marketing and getting people to understand what you're doing for them. Make sure that you give people small bites, easy to digest. Okay, so 3 to 7, and I would say 5 is the sweet spot. And yeah, don't overcomplicate. You want your clients to remember. Now, this is the 6-figure method. Now, the 6-figure method, now it's turned to the 7-figure method. But this is what I did when I started, okay? Now here, what we got, and I'm just gonna show you very briefly, what we got is 5 steps. The first one is to build a brand. Build a brand online. And we do that because otherwise online, no one's gonna remember you. No one's gonna know who you are. There's millions of people online. So you need to show yourself in a way that people understand who you are. Torin says, scan right now. We are some hearts from Sweden. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Torin. Yeah, make sure that you smash this heart button. I can see the hearts coming. So the next step would be here to have an audience, because if you have a brand, and remember, I'm helping coaches and consultants and people to build an online business. This is my own signature program, okay? It doesn't need to be like that. I'm gonna show you how you can come up with yours as well. Then you need an audience, because if you don't have an audience, you cannot monetize it, you cannot make any money. So this is problem number one. Problem number one. Problem number two that most coaches and people online experience is that they don't have an audience. This is problem number two. Now, the other thing that happens is that you see all these influencers that have massive audiences, but they never make any money. They broke because they have a big audience, but they don't know how to influence them, how to write content and influence them. Problem number three. And hold on with me. Just bear with me, it's gonna make sense in a second. Now what happens is some people have beautiful relationships and build relationships with the audience. They kind of influence them because everyone loves them, but they don't really know how to convert them. They struggle, they cannot get them on the phone, or when they get with them on the phone, they don't know how to convert them into paid clients. This would be problem number 4. And finally, last but not least, we got problem number 5, and it is that they might be able to convert these people, but they're not generating results. Because these results are not your own results, these are your client results. If you have a business that doesn't help people, that doesn't generate real life results to your clients, it is not gonna last for very long. So problem number 5. So these are 5 problems that my ideal clients usually have. Now, what do you do? This is how I made my first $500,000 online, by the way, only on Facebook. That was in 2019. Cool. So now, how do you put that in a way that it's easy to remember? And for example, I'm going to show you here how you build a 6-figure brand, okay? And this is just an example. And after that, guys, we're going to look into how to do it with your own program, with your own stuff. And I've got an example here, which would be for a life coaching example that I made really quickly. But if you guys want to be part of it and want me to do it live, I'm going to be very happy to do it for you. This is another example, okay? I use the circles because I like them. But you can use any kind of shape. You just want to make it easy for people to remember. Here is, this training was about how do you build a 6-figure brand. The third step to build a six-figure brand is to have your own story, to understand your own story, okay? Create it. This story, it's gonna be related to your niche because you are talking to a niche, to a very particular type of people. So it's not any story. You want to tell your story in a way that it's compelling to your niche. When you make your story compelling to your niche and they see the journey that you've gone through, you become the authority in this niche. Now, when you start delivering value to this niche and you start creating content and you understand how to give value for free, you start making an impression on your niche. And then you start building this emotional bond with them, right? And then finally, when you understand really well who is your niche, you're dropping lots of value, you've become the authority, you have a compelling story, and you are generating an impression, what you are gonna build is an identity. As this is who you are, how you show up in the world, and how other people see you. And this is how you build a six-figure brand. This is a second example, okay? The first one, this is my signature system. This is how you build a six-figure brand. And now let's go and look at a real life example. And for example, this is any life coach, okay? There's nothing more, life coaching, like the niche wouldn't, it's the more broad thing that I could come up with. So now, let me know who's watching, and if you want me to use one of your businesses as an example. What we do here, remember that we've seen here these problems, problem number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the biggest problems that my clients face. Of course, every one of these problems will have different solutions, but what we want to look at now is what are the biggest problems that your clients are facing. And in here, for example, we might say, yeah, my clients are unaware of what's going on. They don't really understand what happens around. They're not aware of their feelings. They don't really know themselves. So awareness, it would be the first problem. The second problem, it would be that they blame everyone for everything. They don't take ownership. They don't really own who they are. They just in a victim mode. So they don't have ownership, right? It's related to the main problems that your clients have. The third problem, it would be that, they don't have any power, because what happens when you don't own your stuff? What happens when you're a victim? You don't have power. You can't change things because you're a victim. And when you're a victim and you don't have power, you usually have no goals, because what's the point of setting goals if you don't have the power to go and accomplish them? And then you feel that you lack direction and you lack control. So these would be 5 problems that anyone could be facing in life at a given moment, right? So remember, I'm a life coach, and I'm doing that example because I can see anyone raising their hand and wanting me to do their example. But let's use this, okay? If we use that, these problems, let's put them here, okay? And again, you want this to make sense. You want people to remember. You want people to give a solution that makes sense for them, okay? This is not because you want to make it beautiful on these circles. It's because when I tell you, hey, this is the problem that you have, this is the solution, and this is why it's going to work, and you explain it that way, it's going to make a lot of sense for your clients, and they say, yes, that's exactly what I need, because you are custom making it for them, right? So let's go back. What were the problems here? The problems were awareness, what we do, and I'm going to pretend that I'm a life coach. I could be a really good life coach. I don't have patience. The problem that you're having is that you're not aware of your emotions, and you are led by your emotions. So the first thing that we need to do is to work on your awareness. Once you are aware of what's going on in your life and you're aware of your emotions and you understand exactly where you are in life, what we're going to work on is in your ownership. You will own your story, who you are, your past, your future. You will feel that you own all these things in your past, that you're ashamed of, all the things that you don't want to share. And by the way, guys, like most people online, the only thing they share is the photos when they walk by a first class launch in in an airport. They took photos of themselves in these luxury villas, and then, you know, this is not real. You need to own your story. You need to own who you are. You need to, you know, the good and the bad, the strengths and the weaknesses. By the way, I just wanted to mention that because I see online a lot of fake gurus, and this is not how life or business goes. Anyway, we work on your awareness. You'll become aware, and then you'll take ownership. You'll become the owner of your story, and you'll own all these things that now are disempowering you. And what's going to happen then is that when you are aware of your emotions and where you are in life, and you take ownership of who you are, your past story, and everything you've done until now, you gain power. And then with this power, what we're going to do is we set up some goals. We will look at the things that you love, the things you want to accomplish, the things that you've never done before, and we'll set empowering goals. And when you take ownership, you are aware of who you are, and you regain this power. When we set these goals, you will have direction. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we not only have direction, we take ownership, and we feel empowered. We are aware of what's happening in our lives. So when all this happens, you'll feel in control of your life. And then you're not feeling like you are reacting to everything. You are the master of your own life. So this is how you master your life. So this is an example of a life coach. And again, I just made this really quickly before jumping on the call, because I was suspecting that in case that I didn't have a volunteer, but this is something that you can do very easily. Think about the main problems that your audience is experiencing. For example, remember, like my audience, coaches or consultants, people that want to thrive online, they post online and what they hear is crickets, right? They don't have an audience. Or sometimes they have an audience, but when you look at the profile is, you know, there's a photo of a dog or a cat. So they don't have a brand. Therefore, there's no message. Now what happens is that these people have 5,000 followers, right? 5,000 friends, or you like 100,000 followers on LinkedIn, and they keep posting and they hear crickets, and you know, no one's actually reacting. They don't have a relationship with the audience because they don't know how to influence them. So these are three major problems that people face online. And then what happens if they have this audience and they know how to engage with them, but they're not making any money? It's because they don't know how to monetize this audience. Therefore, they don't know how to convert. And then you see these people that they sell some stuff and they get some success, but they never get to build a sustainable and prosperous business because they don't know how to get results to their clients. So you need these 5 elements. And when I explain it to you like that, it makes sense. And if it doesn't, please type it below. I don't see much love, but I see that you might be paying a lot of attention. So is that making sense, guys? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to be live for a couple more minutes. If you have any question, otherwise feel free to type it in the comments and tag me so I can respond if you have any question after I shut this down. But I hope that makes sense. And it needs to make sense not only for you, but for your clients. So make sure that when you explain your program and the main steps of your program, your client goes, oh, wow, yes, that makes sense. Because that means, yes, okay, that works for me. Okay, when you explain your program to someone and they look at you like if you were talking Chinese, it's probably not going to be a sale at the end. So when you explain it like that, I promise your sales conversion is going to go up. So thanks for watching, guys, and let me stop sharing so I can say goodbye properly. Thanks again for watching, and I hope that was helpful. If you have any question, or if you're catching the replay, type replay, type any questions that you may have. Make sure that you tag me, and I'll make sure to get back to you and give you the answers that you are looking for. All right, I'll see you in the group later.